Now you'll need to know quite a few different three-dimensional shapes. So let's first of all make sure that you understand the concept of volume and how to work out the volume of a cuboid and a prism. The volume of a cuboid, shown here, is found by using three of the measurements: length, width, and height. Now if we have those three lengths, the volume is quite simply length multiplied by width multiplied by height. When it comes to working out the volume of a prism, because a prism can take different forms, it's simply known as the area of the cross-section on the end of the prism multiplied by the length. So when we calculate the volume of any prism, we must first work out the area of the shape on the end and then multiply it by the length. So the two examples we're going to look at now are calculating the volumes of prisms. Now we're not going to be doing a cuboid, as it's quite a simple calculation, simply length times width times height. What I want to focus on more here is when we have prisms with different shapes on the end. Now in this first example here, we have a triangular prism. You can see that triangle on the end of it. They've also given us the length of that prism, all the lengths we need in order to work out the volume. Now remember, the volume of a prism is the area of that shape on the end multiplied by the length of the prism. So what we have to do first of all is to work out the area of that triangle that makes the end of the prism. Area of a triangle, remember, is simply half times the base, which in this case is 6, times the height, which is 4 in this case. 6 times 4 is 24, and then half of 24 is 12. So that 12 centimeters squared represents the area of the triangle. So when it comes to working out the volume, we simply take the area of that triangle, 12, and multiply it by the length of the prism, which in this case was also 12. So 12 multiplied by 12, you should know, gives us 144. And notice my units, centimeters cubed, because it's a volume that we've just calculated. So all we did there was to work out the area of the shape on the end and multiply it by the length. And we're going to do the same now with another example. The example here is of a trapezoidal prism, which is quite simply a prism with a trapezium as the end shape. Now you can see here, they give us all the measurements of that trapezium that we need to work out the area of it, and they give us the length of the prism. So remember, the area of a trapezium is a half multiplied by the two parallel sides added together, multiplied by the height, which, when we use the values they've given us, is a half multiplied by 3 plus 5 times the height of 3, which gives me a half of 8 times 3, which is a half of 24, or 12 centimeters squared. So the area of that trapezium is 12 centimeters squared. So when we want to work out the volume, it's quite simply the area of that trapezium, 12, multiplied by the length of the trapezium, which was 11, giving us a volume of 132 centimeters cubed.